Hey, welcome to the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast with me, Iona Meade. And again, it's looking like everything is not streaming where I want it to be, where I want it to be, where I want it to be. So give me a second. Give me a second. All right, I've got fingers everywhere, as you can see, but what I want to do is alter where this is streaming. I'm having issues with it and I'm not sure why. Okay, let's remove it. Remove. Remove. Just give me a second, okay? Because apparently it doesn't want to be streaming onto Facebook. And I know a bunch of you guys are on Facebook, so I'm just going to remove it, then put it back on. And we're going to talk about emotions today in Emotional Freedom Wednesday, because it is important. Although it's not really Wednesday, it's Thursday, but that's okay. We save the changes. Might have had issues actually because it was streamed out and scheduled before that. So let's see if we can go live everywhere where I want to go live. How about that? All right, let's go and see. All right, have I got lift off where I need to be? Apologies for the fingers and apologies for the confusion. So it is Emotional Freedom Wednesday, although it's Thursday, but that's okay, right? You forgive me. So it is the first Emotional Freedom Wednesday in January 2024. Yay! Super excited. We talk about spiritual business success and manifesting and freedom and your vision of freedom and your value of freedom and the vibration of freedom. And so emotions is everything. So thank you for everyone who has been on the lives that I've done today. Really appreciate it. I think I started with Financial Freedom Sunday and I did Contribution Freedom Monday. I've done Health Freedom Tuesday. And this is my fourth live for today. And I'm going to do a fifth one. And I see that you guys have been commenting. So thank you. I really do appreciate your love. I really do appreciate your support. I really would appreciate you sharing it out so we can bring some more people in so they can hear this message, because I think that it's really important as spiritual entrepreneurs, as service-based business owners, light workers, to feel the way that we feel, but understand where the way that we feel and how that impacts us in manifesting. Manifesting the life-work balance, manifesting our dreams, manifesting what is on our vision, what is in our heart, what is in our soul to express. And oftentimes, excuse me, as we are awakened, right? We know that vision boards work. We know that we're here for. We've got a big vision, and we've got a big mission. Even though we know that, sometimes it can be like a challenge stay on course and have that belief that it's actually going to manifest, right? And so we talk about what is said is whatever the mind of man, and I say and woman, can conceive and believe it can achieve. It's the believability bit, right? So although we know the power of manifesting and what is on our vision board, so I do the spiritual business vision board challenge, right? 7-day challenge. You'll see in the cards in the description in the show notes the link for the vision board challenge, right? And banking 50k in 50 days so that you can have that manifest that life work balance, even if it takes you longer than 50 days to do it with me in the visible world. But in the vibrational world, you can absolutely do it in 50 days. So that's my challenge to you. And if you don't believe, if you do a vision board, right, and you don't believe that it's going to manifest, it won't manifest. Like, why? And then it's like, well, this law of attraction doesn't work. It does, but underneath the law of attraction, welcome, let me know where you're watching from. It does work, but it is about us being in alignment. And that's the way that universal laws work. And I believe that that is our purpose, to actually really be in tune with the way that we feel, the way that we think and feel, so that we can manifest the experience that we want to have on this earthly plane while we're here. And so instead of thinking, oh, the law of attraction doesn't work, what I like to do for the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast is think of the law of vibration. rather than that. Hey, love, how are you doing? Let me know who it is. Is that you, Yaz? Or is that you, Lucy? Or is it someone else? Just have a sip of my decaf coffee. I was listening to a book called The Astonishing Power of Emotions by Abraham Hicks, Jerry and Esther Hicks. And they were talking about, did I write that stuff down? Was it this one? Let me just see. I want to talk about it if I have written it down. Okay, yeah, I'm going to talk about the book, right? Because I want to talk about the emotional scale, Abraham Hicks's emotional scale, and the power of emotions that I didn't even know. I thought they only had the book. It's Yaz stalking me everywhere. Woo, woo. I wasn't sure because you and Lucy, you leave emojis, but you usually leave different emojis. So I'm like, I think they're Yaz, Yaz's signature emojis. I love it. All at once. I know this is I did financial freedom, contribution freedom, health freedom, emotional freedom. This is my 4th live for today. And then I will do environmental freedom Thursday because it is actually Thursday. And then I'm all caught up from the holidays. But I did that intentionally. I was like, well, I could record or I could just chill out. And so I just chilled out. And you guys know that I'm here every day showing up and you know that I'll be here, right? But I don't know if you've ever heard, oh my God, I know. But if you look at those lives, right? Because you was on the Financial Freedom Sunday one. I'm just having a conversation. I'm just spending quality time, not only with me and my vision and basking in it, but I'm spending quality time with you, whether you watch me now or whether you watch on the replay, right? So my love language is quality time. And so I literally didn't feel like getting out of bed really early this morning. I'd been doing the insanity workout and I'd been doing it at night rather than in the morning. And so I did it last night. And then I went to sleep and I've been sleeping. Oh, just so amazing. I'm just basking in it. I haven't slept so well in like almost 30 years since I had my son. Not because I had loads of things on my mind all the time, but there has been sometimes. But I still have a lot of energy, but I wanted to work on my sleep, which I was talking about in the Health Freedom Tuesday. And I talked about the book Sleep Smarter. And I just paused even looking at that book. But he did say sleep is going to help with your health, your nutrition, your exercise, your water, your blah, blah, blah. And so I've been following that anyway. And I'm not, it's just amazing. When I woke up this morning, I was watching something on Netflix. It was called Saving Our Marriage, actually. It's not new, but it's a Netflix series that I've been watching for the whole dating thing and the marriage thing. And then I fell back asleep and I didn't wake up till like after 10. And I was like, I meant to go to the library, print out some stuff. Didn't do that. Ended up coming to my niece's where I'm at now. And she has done like the whole morning of work. And she goes, I'm shattered. I've done the car. I've done like nails. I've done blah, blah. And I was like, what time is it? And she said, it's like nearly midday. I was like, I ain't done anything. I just walked. I just chatted to a couple people. So I started really late. And then I was like, okay, I'll probably just do my live. So that was me. Says, I just came off a call. It took an hour and you're here. Bless you. I know. See, so I said, I'll do the emotional freedom in a bit, but I had something else to eat because I'm going to fuel so I can do the insanity, although it's recovery day. And I made then I listened to a book, then I listened to something on YouTube about dating and blah, blah, blah. And then here I am. So yeah, I love sleep because I go to different dimensions. I probably do, but I don't know that I do. Awesome. Yeah. So I set the intention. So it's not, I never work hard ever. And I never work hard. And it feels effortless. I do work hard, but it feels effortless. I do work hard, but and I believe in working hard to the degree, not as in like, and I like grafting, right? But I don't do physical work. So I believe in putting the effort in, like the work in, but it feels effortless. And then I was texting and I was doing and I've had a call with my mum because I was like, I've got to get off the call because I've got to get off the live because my mum's ringing. So I had a call with my mum. This is me. This is work for me. but it doesn't ever feel like work. I'm like, okay. So yeah, I decided, okay, well, I'll do that. So the astonishing power of emotions, what they were saying on the in the book for the bit that I was listening to today was, you know how you want to, like, people are around you and people are moving in whatever way they want to move, and say people are, you know, gossiping or rumors or whatever, you know, like the social media and the what have you. I had that for a while when I was doing the Spiritual Business Woman Network, and I've come to peace with it. And you can react in a certain way when people are doing the most, or you can just be you and not be part of it. And then when other people are like, oh, well, did she say that? Did she do that? And like, no, it's not part of her character. The emotions, and the reason why I brought that in is because that's what was playing today. But the emotions that we feel about anything, how we contribute, the emotions that we feel about our health, the emotions that we feel in our relationships, the emotions that we feel around our spirituality. I see oftentimes on Facebook the images where it's like, you know, the universe is giving me this sign, and I'm going to tell the universe this, and this, and we're confused about our spirituality, and we're confused about what's manifesting and why, and then how we feel about our. Hopefully, you can hear me well. How we feel about our money, and they talk about all of this in the book, and they say, you know, your vibration, if you're feeling anger about a certain thing, any of those areas, yes, as easy and effortless was my mantra. You said was, is, or was? So ease, grace, and flow is my mantra now. Was or is, or was until it just is and it's natural. Has it changed? I know I'm grilling you, but yeah, I love that. I just noticed the word was. The words that we speak and we use are very intentional. Yeah, it says I switched them. Okay, I switched them into most awesome characters, and they knock on the door with Christmas cheer. It's awesome. Oh, like people that, yeah, that I'm talking about. Yeah, and so the call that I had yesterday, I had a session. I had a one-on-one, a Bank 50K 50 days breakthrough session, and it was with a co-author from back in a while, and so we were talking about those things. So the book then just pops up today, and I know my actions, and I know my integrity. And no matter what somebody says, I'm always in integrity. That's the way that I live. And so when people say certain things, they can say whatever they like, but it doesn't push and pull my emotions to that degree. I mean, you have times, but it doesn't. So they were talking in the book, they were saying about you can't control other people's emotions. So as we go throughout 2024, we look back to 2023, where did we get pushed and pulled? Or beyond that, you know, before that. Or if it's around money and you're thinking, oh, I don't have that much, like I don't know where it's going to come from, or they were saying about you know, the thoughts in your head around, well, I don't have this and I'm tired of this, or they said about money, but I'm thinking anything, any relationship, any thoughts, feelings around it, because we're moving up and down the emotional scale. Can't even read my own writing, but basically how you feel about it matters. So Yaz says, I was repeating the mantra a lot. It's ingrained mostly. Yeah, I wondered. I am more playful now. Okay, yeah. So it's like if you feel like, oh, it's easy and effortless. It's easy and effortless. It doesn't feel as easy and effortless, because if it was easy and effortless, we're not going, it's easy and effortless. It's easy and effortless. So I think that's what you mean. I get it. Yeah, I get that. So when we talk about the emotional vibrational scale in terms of spiritual business success, how do you feel? How do you feel today? How do you feel about your level of contribution? How do you feel about your health? How do you feel about this day, the Emotional Freedom Wednesday, and thinking about the emotional scale? How do you feel about how you feel, or you've been feeling, or your predominant feeling and energy that you've brought from 2020 3 into 2024, or the predominant energy that you want to let go of? Do you know what I mean? How do you feel overall with your environment? How do you feel overall with your relationships? How do you feel overall with your spiritual connection? How do you feel overall with your finances? When you look back, in the UK, we're going to be doing taxes by the end of January, right? Or you might have done them already. How do you feel? And if you feel some type of way, that's okay. It's contrast. And it's like, okay, well, how do I want to feel? So from Wednesday to Wednesday, how have you felt? Rate your vibrational frequency on a scale of 1 to 10. We do this every single day. And eventually we do this in our journal. And eventually, by the end of the week, you'll see where you're vibing high, you're vibing low, or you're maintaining that vibrational frequency, right? Yaz says you can imagine them different and they show up as we imagine. It's alchemy. Yes. Yeah, 100%. So I just don't place my focus on it. This is like 3 years ago. So I was just having a conversation with somebody from that era and that time. I just focused on me. Okay. So I just stayed in my own lane, alchemized what I was doing, and I'm out churning out. But people are seeing me out churning out and they're like, oh, what she do? I know that was going to be the thing, but also what people see, they're like, oh, that's what she was doing. So I had this soul sister come back into my life and say, touch base, and she's come full circle, and she just said, I wasn't ready. You had so many people following you. You had so many people at this level, that level, that level. So we were having a discussion about it. All of those people that I'm super, super grateful for, and all of those people I saw light within always, right? It's just that we might not be in alignment. Yaz says, I feel blissful, playful with some miracles and beautifulness. Okay. So when you rate your, thank you. So when you rate your vibrational frequency on a scale of 1 to 11, 1 is soul funk and 11 is soul flow. When you rate your vibration according to how you feel now and your vision, then you know what's going to show up in your life. When you think, well, where is it? You don't think, oh, where is it, when you're just feeling high. You're not worried about any of it. Yaz says, I usually hit the 11 mostly throughout the day. Awesome. Perfect. That alignment, North Star, that soul guidance, and that and so keep doing more of that. And I love it. So when you've got your vision board, right, and you're feeling some type of way. So Yaz, are you feeling that way about your level of contribution, your health, your environment, your relationships, your spirituality, and your finances? And if there's any of them where it dips, then get clarity on your vision for that. And then the next thing for the 7 Freedoms Frequency podcast is we want to visualize how we really want to launch our day, how we really want to leave our day, and how we really want to lead our day and then leave our day before our time is up on this earthly plane, and then take 1 to 3 soul guided actions over this next week to improve that feeling, or to maintain that feeling, or to bridge the gap between now with this physical reality and our vibrational reality. All right. So Yas says, I'm more and more on an imaginative beach than Elaine. But I got you. Yes. Did I say stay in your own lane? That's kind of, because I call it, so I always say about my soul path, right? And so we're going on the soul path, we're traveling, and we're a beacon of light, right? So we've got headlights, we've got a torch, and we've got street lights, and we're going along this soul path of least resistance. And so, the environment of freedom, on the beach. But when we're going on this soul path, we can crawl along that road, we can walk along that road, we can bicycle along that road, we can drive ourselves, we can have a chauffeur, we can just get on an aeroplane and just go. Do you know what I mean? We're still traveling on the soul path. It's like how much resistance and how we're going, who we're going, what the signs are. So I use the road for that analogy of the soul path and traveling. And oftentimes I'll see the road in front of me, the road ahead, and or I'll like take a picture and it's a path. So it's just that. I know you got me. It shows up better, awesome, than what you imagined. more than I could ever imagined. Love it. They slip from 11 sometimes, and that's okay. Yes. And so the idea of the seven freedoms frequency is to raise your vibration. So you're in alignment with what is on your vision board. You're in alignment with your day to day, but you're in alignment with what is on your vision board. And then you're taking those soul guided action steps, whatever they are, to bridge that gap, because it's action. It's not just, well, I'm visualizing and then I do nothing. I know you know that. Yeah, it says I play my ideal day with binaural beats. Awesome. Okay. Thank you. Yes, says I hit my staff so many times. I am basking most of the time. Awesome. Yes, says I'm going to listen to you now and then basking. Exactly. Yeah, we're basking all the time, and it isn't like you said. It isn't that we're changing to move up and down the emotional scale. We're not changing the physical. We're changing how we're feeling, and we're changing how we're basking. But then we're still with that energy. We're taking those next steps. So for me, I use the book, right? If I have that on my vision board, which I did, and I want to write the book, and I'm feeling great about the book, and I'm basking in the energy of the book, and I'm an author, I'm a #1 best-selling author, amazing. If I never put any pen to paper or typed in a Google Doc or typed in a Google Keep or learned about how to format the book, or I never edited the book, or I never got the cover, and if I didn't actually take any action, that wouldn't be happening. If I want to grow my YouTube channel, I want to build a YouTube channel. If I don't actually do my lives and schedule my lives and think about the content that I'm doing for my lives, it's never going to happen. You know what I mean? So the level of because the way that I teach the seven freedoms is for spiritual business success, whatever success means to us, and to have that lifestyle and light work balance. So for 2024, what have you got on your vision board? For me, I had the TED Talk, and it just showed up, and I was like, okay, I'm going to fill in the application form. I know that you probably saw that, right? Yeah. And so it's like, what actions do we need to take between now and next week in terms of our emotions? And sometimes it is like, well, I'm just going to park that thing because it doesn't feel like the right time. And sometimes it feels like, oh, well, I've got this, and this because it's been on my mind to do that thing. Do you know what I mean? So like, we're actually taking those concrete steps, that soul guided action, that nudge to meet the universe in the middle with the energy of feeling good. And we know that, if we're taking energy in complete funk, then that's probably two people can take the exact same action and one get results and one be like, what's happening to me? It's the energy. So that's good when we feel in that energy that we're taking that soul guided action and we're moving up and down the emotional scale, regardless of the outcome of that action, if that makes sense. So with moving up and down the emotional scale, so we've talked about how you feel. We've talked about how you feel. I've got like messages coming through. We talked about how you feel. We've talked about the vision board. What is on your vision board? How do you feel about your vision for 2024? Right? We've got the next 12 months to break down. And what I call intentional living, and using this intentional living codes, is scheduling each area on your calendar. And so where is it you're contributing? Like literally painting the picture, the chapters of your life, the day, the week, the month, the year. And it's like, okay, well, what do I want to accomplish by the end of 2024? And it's not a hard, fast anything. It's not let's beat ourselves up. But when we write it down, it's known that, when we're writing something down, we're more likely to achieve our goals. When we're writing down our soul's intentions and setting those intentions, it's more likely that we're going to achieve them. But as again, the book that I was listening to yesterday, good intentions are just good intentions. Actually living it in the way that I like to live it is to put it on my calendar. And I don't put everything on my calendar, but I have put the where I'm going to contribute. So I know that this is part of my contribution. This is the commitment I made to me to focus on each area of my life and have fun with it, live in alignment with my values, right? Yeah, says, I know why I wasn't able to create my vision board. I changed my vision. Boom. Boom. And I love you, Yaz, for that, because you are someone who's high vibe anyway. And your presence is just amazing. And you don't force it. And I don't believe in forcing it either. And that's one of the reasons why, Yaz, you spent the whole entire week with me for the Vision Board Challenge, I think. And catching some on the replay because it was the holidays. But I remember you saying, oh, I was here for day 8. There's no day 8, right? And you had fun with it. And now it's January and it's like, oh, and you did all the things in between, but you were present for that vision. You were present and you were active. The fact that there was a glitch, as we say, right? You say glitch as well. I say glitch as well. Like, you know, that thing, again, that not forcing it, like I'm trying and I'm putting in some effort. However, either technical stuff shuts down or something happens or there's a distraction, whatever it is, not a distraction if it's family, but something. And it's like, I will revisit, I'm going to put it down. I'm going to revisit it. I do this all the time. I pause all the time. Right. And so I love that you do that. And then when it's like that shift in that intuition, it's like, I'm going to do it. This is only like the last 3 weeks. And if your vision has changed in that last 3 weeks, it's like, but at least you were like, had the, like, what do I really want? What do I because you're not going to, and that's why I did it at the end of the year so we can move in with the energy. And that's why the Vision Board Challenge, and it's in the show notes, in the comments, in the description, the Vision Board Challenge. You know, Lucy was asking on the last episode. It's always in the description. It says your vision board party started here. It's in the description. You've done that and you're like, oh, I've changed my vision and now it will run more smoothly. Oh, you're crying? Is it a laughing crying or a real crying? Is it a laughing crying or a crying? Because I want to know which way to take my. Is it a laughing crying or crying? Let me know. Because like, yeah, I didn't feel tears. Oh, we've laughed. I was going to say I didn't feel tears. Okay, I'm just you'll because there's that the universe and your energy says this is not for you. Don't, because once we've done that vision, it's like, okay, we're going to go about taking the soul guided action. If it's not even the vision, we're going to go up, like they say, the metaphorical success ladder that isn't even success. And that's why I do the Vision Board Challenge the way that I do when I say, there you go. It's free. It's on my YouTube channel. Do it however long it takes you, do it. Whatever you need to alter and do it. Do you know what I mean? And so a lot of people do the Facebook challenges and I'm like, nah, dude, let's do a YouTube challenge and leave it up for our soul tribe. Imagine if I'd only done that week and I was like, yeah, that's it. You've not got access to it. That's it. No, these are real big decisions that we want to make with our, like, the day 8. I know. That was funny. I had to share that. I was like, I will always share that. It's like, yeah, we just did 7 days, dude. We're not doing a day 8. It was brilliant. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. And then now it's like, okay, well, all the things are manifesting. Many of the things are manifesting. And they're just coming in like, oh, it's just beautiful. I love it. I love going up and down the emotional scale and knowing that I'm in alignment, because when we're feeling good, we're feeling good. And when we're feeling good, when we're serving, it's like, wow. And so we're feeling good about the contribution and we're feeling good about the receiving. How are you for the receiving? So again, emotional scale, how you feel, our vision board, taking action, planning out 2 or 3 things. And then I'm going to pull a card for today based on emotional freedom. And then I'm going to do gratitude. We didn't do it in the last episode. Oh, gosh, hang on. We're in day 8 basking while I am. What is day 8? A merger of all of the. This is the longest day 8 ever. All of 2023. 2024 is day 8, right? Funny. Like, I love that, you know, that helps you see that you're on point, because even though it was the holidays and it was like crazy for everyone, this has just jumped. it still is that commitment. And here you are with your vision. And I cannot wait to see your vision board. And there's me. Get your vision boards done, post them, go in the chat, buddy up, blah, 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 blah. Because that's what we need. We need somebody to be there, you know, on our side, has our back, does not rush us through, holds space and says, you've got this. You've got this. And so I do believe that more of us could be in alignment with that. All right, look at this. Holy Spirit, expect miracles. Remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally. Spirit has your back. When you change your vision, there you go. I'm not going to read all of it because I still want to get to Environmental Freedom Thursday, which it is Thursday today. What else, Yaz? What else have we got? Oh, gratitude. Let's express gratitude, right? For all of the things. So the way that we do, if you're new to me, the way that we do gratitude, and why we do gratitude is because we want to be grateful. But I say that I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate. Appreciation is right up there with love, joy, empowerment, knowledge, etc. Right? We want to appreciate all the things that the universe is bringing us now, even when we're not in full-blown manifestation. Like, we're learning the lessons, we're being who we be, we're enjoying our being on this earthly plane day to day. It's not, we know, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. So we want to be really grateful for where we are. And I know I'm not saying you're not grateful. I'm just saying that we want to be, I'm just saying we all want to be grateful and just acknowledge. So even if you do a gratitude journal, you can do this with a gratitude journal, but I have my little rock, which is like my daughter gave it to me as a little girl. She's almost 21. She's going to be 21 on Monday. I'm like, oh my God. And I say, I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate. The way that we do it, the Seven Freedoms frequency way, I call it the soul guided influences way, is to think of the things that are in the past, think of the things that are in the present, and think of the things that are in the predicted future, i.e. your vision board, right? Anything that comes to mind that you want to bask in, you know, like, because we do it every day, it's like, I've got nothing else to be grateful for, Iona. We can pull in past experiences, we can pull in right now, and we can pull in order for our vision to manifest. We've got to tell the amazing story of whatever it was that happened, that we can just make peace with and make peace with where we are. So I call this soul speaking into existence, right? I'm going to have a sip of my decaf coffee before I do this. If I raise my vibration, you raise your vibration, together we raise the vibration of the collective. That's what the Seven Freedom Frequency podcast is to help you feel better, or just maintain the vibration that you are on, or just share the vibration, whether it's high vibe or low vibe, it doesn't matter. You've still got a safe space to share. And whatever area of the Seven Freedoms, however you're thinking and feeling about them, here's where we just raise the vibration regardless. So Yas says, we create future memories and amplifying the feelings. Yes. I love the way that you say that, future memories. So I say the past, the present, or the predicted future. And it's future memories, because the brain doesn't know. Why does the brain not know? The brain doesn't know whether it's past, present, or future. So we just bring it into the now. All is now. And we're just grateful. More of that, please, basically. Right? So yeah, amplify the feelings. And that's why I say I'm happy and I'm grateful and I truly do appreciate. So we'll do this. Okay. So, all right, so each of the seven freedoms, remember, because we're rising and residing at the Cheers to Financial Freedom frequency. That's the intentional living codes, whatever your frequency is, to dial in to your vision board. Your vision board is different to my vision board, each other's vision board. So that means we're emitting a different frequency. We come in emitting a different vibrational frequency. I know that the vibration of the planet and humans and all the things, you get what I mean. All right, so I'm happy and I'm grateful and appreciate. Fill in the blank for your contribution, freedom. So I'm happy and grateful and appreciate today being able to do financial contribution, health, emotions for YouTube podcasts so far, and still being high vibe and still being energy. And, you know, you guys hopping on and just acknowledging that is making a difference, and you're here, and as you say, yes, I'm everywhere. So I really am happy and grateful and appreciate with my contribution that my message is landing and it's useful. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate my health. Listen, that I can now do the insanity and it just be automatic. If you've ever seen the insanity workout, it was a real thing about 11 years ago, and your girl's on it. I'm on day 4, and I'm a smash it. I hadn't done it before for a while. I hadn't done it for a while, and I wasn't doing it before because I knew that I was contributing and I was really focusing on stuff and no other workout can touch it. So I'm happy and grateful and appreciate that your girl, I'm on it. I'm on it. So yes. So that beach body that's on my vision board, I'm like, yes. I wake up in the morning, I'm like, damn. So I'm saying, I want to be hence. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate that. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate my emotions. I'm just like flowing. Happy and grateful and appreciate your emotions, Yasmin. You coming and bringing your energy and like you're everywhere, and you're here and you're sharing your time with me, and there's that energy exchange and there's that high vibe, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Thank you. And I'm happy and grateful and appreciate the environment that I'm in. So I'm at my sister-in-law's and I'm spending more time there. And it feels like a more stable environment for me to be able to do the insanity. The reason why I started to do the insanity is because I was sharing my time between my nieces and my sister-in-laws. And I'm like, okay, now I'm here every morning. I'm in one space so I can do my insanity workout, or every night I'm doing it actually. But that's what I originally thought. Every morning I can wake up and I can just do it. It's done because it takes a level of energy. That's why I slept in for longer, because my body will be in recovery. It's doing whatever it needs, and I'm just going to go with that flow. So I'm flowing. So I love that. I love, and my sister-in-law is just being just amazing, super supportive. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate relationship freedom. Relationship freedom. I was going to say relationship freedom Friday. That I am that I have attracted my soulmate, and that we're getting married on the beach in the Maldives. Yes. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate, right? Spiritual freedom. The fact that writing the book with him, writing the book, the Waiting for the One, this soulmate, sex and marriage, the ultimate guide to soulmate attraction, sensual sex, and a magic marriage. When we met, he's like, we should collaborate the book. And I'm like, for real? And he's like, we should change the name. I'm like, why? And he's like, well, the male and the female version. I'm happy and grateful of writing that book with him and him bringing the male version of it and the male dating, because before we got married, he got married and he'd been on the dating app. And so that story and that journey from a guy's perspective, I could never have shared that. So I'm happy and grateful and appreciate that we came together to be able to birth that calling in the world. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate financial freedom. Banking 50K in 50 days is just easy for me. Banking 50K in 50 days was where I started when I banked 32K. I enrolled, 32K in 37 days. Then I did the challenge again. I banked 50K in 50 days. Then I did the challenge again and again, and I'm always doing it. So every single time I do my masterclass, I bank the 50K in the 4 hours. And so people believe that, oh, can you bank 50K in 50 days? Yeah, because I only do it every month at a minimum, right? It's beautiful because I've got that enrollment spot in my business. So I'm happy and grateful and appreciate that, being able to bank that 50K in 50 days. Well, not even 50 days, it's every month. So every 4 weeks, right? It's just, and more money comes in between. So I love it. So thank you. So hopefully that helps you to see, oh, I'm soul speaking into existence. And if you know me, you'll know the parts where I said the past, said the present, and the predicted future of what is on my vision board. And whenever I do a predicted future, I pull in what I've done before, what has already happened, and then plant it into the future as well. Right. And if you come to the 7 Freedoms Frequency call in during the 2-hour monthly coaching call, I'll dive into that. That's for my students. So anyone that moves forward with me that comes on to the masterclass and they're live, I gift that. Again, the link is in the show notes in the description for you to come in and bank 50K in 50 days in the visible world. And I just love it. I love teaching the framework. I love teaching all of the things. All right. So let's do did I read the card? Yes. Did I just read the card or not? Did I pull a card and read it out? Do you know what? Let's do the Bank 50K in 50 Days challenge. If you want to, in fact, if you want to share your spiritual awakening story in my co-author book series, come to the masterclass and I will share with you not only how to build your author platform, but how to position that so you can get in front of the people that you are here to serve by sharing the tools that you've used for your own spiritual ascension and how you're alchemizing it, right? Because you want to call in your own soul tribe, right? Of course you do. So this Soul Legacy Journal, awesome. Thank you. So hopefully that helps. Like, again, this process is for me. This is me spending this time doing this for me and doing this for my students, doing this for my subscribers. But ultimately, it's the process that I was using anyway. And I'm like, okay. And I was saying this to my co-author yesterday. I'm like, yeah, you want to come along? You want to come along? And she saw, because this framework looks like Iona's doing this over here and she's doing that over there. I'm doing it for a reason. All of the things that I do tie in. And this is marketing for me. This is marketing. And everyone that I work with, they hate marketing. And I'm like, you see how you came on to journal with me? That's marketing. That's my pre-sale work for my bootcamp. That is supporting the 2-hour monthly coaching call. If you've ever wanted to do a membership site or like a 2-hour monthly coaching call, this then supports it. It supports my YouTube challenge. And it's like, you do all of that. It's a Facebook live. It's a podcast. It's a YouTube live, all in one place, right? So I do this for me and I walk my talk. So this is the journaling process that I'm doing. And so when I call it the Soul Legacy Journal. So I'm the founder of the Soul Legacy Academy. I'm all about legacy, write books. And I say this is 365 days of your spiritual awakening story. I wish I had somebody sharing how to move through the dark night of the soul when your girl was all like, yeah. So a co-created soul path to spiritual alchemy for light workers. So when we do the Bank 50K in 50 Days challenge, again, we do the vision board first. So you know why you need that financial freedom to have the experiences in life, in your light work and your lifestyle, right? Don't say you don't need the money, because you do. If you're here on this earthly plane, even if you were trying to live off grid and do all the things, those earthship homes are not free. Is it earthship? Is it earthship? Are they called? They are so not free. They're not free, right? Like, even to live off grid, it's not free. It's not free. It's not free. I'm just saying. So, and to travel around the world is not free. To host your website, it's not free. To buy a domain name is not free. Don't tell me that you don't need any money, because you do. If you are in spiritual business, this Mac mouse isn't free. My soul sister, my student, my client, she bought it for me. It was a gift. It wasn't free. Do you know? Google how much Mac mouses are. My actual ex bought me 2 cheap mouse. And I was like, I was not happy. I was like, I don't want to use these ones. It's a Mac. I've got a Mac. And Robin bought me and had it delivered. How grateful was I? Like, they're expensive. Like, it's not free. So when you're thinking, oh, well, she's just talking and she wants me to bank 50K in 50 days, it's ridiculous. I couldn't possibly do that. I don't need any money. Well, we're tithing for a start. If you don't feel like you need the money, pass it on to your grandbabies, pass it on to your nieces and nephews, pass it on to your soul family, pass it on, give it, tithe it, whatever. Do some really great stuff in, and do not say that money is not important, because money is going to be repelled by you, and the struggle is real. The struggle is real. That's what I know. I've been bankrupt and I've been homeless, and trust me, I want to go traveling and do all the things. I want to have a date. Like, it costs money to eat at the restaurant. whatever you've got on your vision board, this soul legacy journal gives you £1,000, dollars, or euros every single day to feel. The bank 50k in 50 days challenge is it for you to feel. This is emotional freedom, to feel in alignment with it and go and spend the vibrational money. And I will spend mine on Sunday. If you don't want to spend it every single day with me, carry it over to the next day, spend a larger chunk of money, buy whatever it is, and then do it on Financial Freedom Sunday with me. All right. So that's when I share my money. So I spent my money on my weddings and I was just really basking in it. And we had an amazing wedding and an amazing honeymoon. Right. So I'm just like, yes, you gotta feel it. You gotta feel it in order for it before it manifests, in order for it to manifest. Like they say, when you see it, you'll believe it. When you believe it, you'll see it. Right. It's just amazing. So spend the vibrational money is the challenge for 50 days. My little lady's saying, it's okay. It's up to you. I don't mind. So it's her birthday my daughter's birthday on Monday. So if I didn't have the money to buy her anything at all, I would use the vibrational money. So I'm saying to that, she said we could do that. So I just said to her, do you want to go shop it? Is there anything that you want? She's 21. So she buys me gifts. I'm not a very good gift giver. That's not my love language. I know I'm speaking that into existence. I'm just owning where I'm at and I'm getting better. But I'm like, rather than going to choose her something that she doesn't actually want, because that's how I feel about most gifts, you began today spending your vibrational money. Woohoo! Spending your vibrational money. Yeah. That is the thing. Spend your vibrational money voucher, right? So if I didn't have the money to buy my daughter I would spend my vibrational money voucher on it, right? Not that that would help for her birthday on Monday, but it would help with the belief of I'm not at that lack. Is what we're moving from, a poverty consciousness to a prosperity consciousness. That's part of my movement. So I said to her, do you want to go to the movies? And she said, yeah, but the movie ticket was gifted by my soul daughter. Actually, she's like, Mumsy, you can take your date. Well, that wasn't going to happen. And I'm like, oh, I'll just take my daughter. And then we're going to go for a Chinese lunch. And we're going to have a Mama Mia date day. Her name is Mia. And we used to do that when she remembers us doing that at the same place. It's changed owners over the time and changed names. She was 3 years old when we first started eating at this place, 3. And we went a few months ago and they sat us in the same chair as when, like the window seat, when she was 3. She remembers it. She's 20. Do you know what I mean? It's like those dinners cost money. It's not loads, but it's something. So then we're going to have lunch and we're going to go to the movies. And I just said to her, is there anything else? Is there something that you want? I'd love to take her to Dubai. Do I have the financial resources to do that? No, I'm going to manifest it and you'll see the pictures of it, right? So for me, it's like, what she wants, then we're able to go out and get it and do that in the morning. So she said, it's up to you, Mom. And I said, what would you like? She's told me. And so that's going to costs money. I'd like to give her the world. I'd like to buy her a house, but I'm not in that financial position right now. And so the bank 50k in 50 days, my legacy involves my family. My legacy involves my daughter and my granddaughter. So no, I don't say I don't need the money. Do you know what I mean? So what would you spend your vibrational money voucher on? So Yaz says, just basking in appreciation while imagining happy cow faces. It's a whole story. Okay. So spend your vibrational money and on whatever it is, tithe 10% to a worthy cause. Choose the worthy cause that you resonate with. Mine is Compassionate Friends. It's a charity for bereaved parents because I am one. I dedicate my work to my son. When my daughter's birthday comes around, right, she feels that she's 20. My son passed before he was 12 days before his 20th birthday. There's 7.5 years between them. He didn't make it until to his 21st birthday. So the birthday is like, oh my gosh, my daughter's 21. My son didn't make it to 21. Do you know what I mean? So I've come on this emotional journey, right? To be able to say, you know what, the time that I have on this earthly plane, the time that she has on this earthly plane, I want to make the most of it. And yes, finances do come into it. Yeah, says million brat angels are with Timon and Simba, the most expensive hotel in Florida. My million brat angels are with Timon and Simba in the most expensive. Do you mean your family? Your million brat angels. Is that your family? Okay. So is that on your vision, or is that there? Your 6 children? Is that what you're visualizing? I love it. Is that what it's called? I don't know. Yeah. Oh, awesome. Exactly. And that's gonna cost some cash, right? So you're visualizing. So what I want you to do is go and look, if you haven't already, Yaz, go and look that up. So we get £1,000, dollars, or euros every single day. So if it's more than that, we carry it over to the next day. And financial freedom, Sunday, we've got like 6,300 to spend. Spend it then, price it up, write it down in your journal, and visualize it. No, we did it twice when they were young. Oh, did you? Oh, I love that. Your 6 children. You did it. All right, cool. Love it. So I was saying about Dubai. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I haven't taken my daughter. That's a dream, to go to Dubai. And I would have loved to have taken her for her birthday. But I'm visualizing and I'm doing it and I'm showing up and, have that energy exchange. So when I get on a call and I'm serving, yes, I'm serving the person in front of me, but I'm okay with saying, are you in? Do you want to move forward? Because I know that receiving that financial freedom, how I feel about it, one is the more I contribute, the more that my finances grow. And the more I contribute, the more I can say yes to the experiences on my vision board, right? So I've got a personal why and a professional soul why. And I love that. So do the bank 15K in 50 days, come from the space that your savings are done, your taxes are all good, and your bills are all paid, right? So when we spend this vibrational money voucher, we want to bask in it, like Yasmin. We want to bask. Then I want you to come to the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Masterclass, register for it, and create a business model that not only creates your passive income streams, positioning yourself as an author, but as your courses and your mastermind or your own retreat or whatever it is that you want to create it in the physical world so that it's a legacy that lives beyond you. Right. And so I'm going to let you jump off in a second. My co-author was saying yesterday, she said, oh my gosh, I can see that, you built the framework and then you can have coaches that take on the work that you're now doing so that you can step back and just oversee. I said, they're called my soul guided instructors. So I have soul guided influencers that I want to make an impact to, and soul guided instructors. And I've had soul guided instructors over the time doing my work, but I really want somebody to implement the work. And then it's like, okay, it's time to be a soul guided instructor if they choose to. And so as I grow, it's not time right now. I've brought people in, but because the model is like, it's intricate, it's like, okay, when I see somebody really truly implementing that, doing the book, writing their own book, doing their own YouTube channel, doing their own YouTube videos, and being there for their tribe, that'll be my soul guided instructor. And she's like, yeah, I can see that. I can see that alignment. And for somebody else to see your vision and feel your vision is huge. It's huge. It's huge. It's huge. I think we're done for emotional freedom and going up and down the emotional scale. Yes, are we? We're good. I'm going to, depending on what time it is right now, 8. So I've got time to do my emotional freedom because I'm going to leave at 9, go and do my insanity workout. And then I am going to have a conversation with the dude, I will say. I will undo all of the basking that I've just done about my husband, but I'm going to go have a conversation, which is just really lovely. So how you feel launching, leading, and leaving your soul legacy matters. So here's to showing up, speaking out, and serving deep. Definitely share your gifts, shine your light, because you are born to serve. Thank you, Yaz, for spending this time with me. Big love, be blessed in your soul purpose. I will see you for Environmental Freedom Thursday. It's all of them are my favorite days. But hopefully you found that useful. Share this out. Subscribe to the YouTube channel at Soul Legacy TV. Join me on the Vision Board Challenge. Post in the group your vision boards. Be accountable, right? Raise your own vibration and make a difference in the world, because you are definitely born to serve. I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye, Yaz.